guys, I'm Britt, and if you guys haven't subscribed yet, you probably should, because I talk about geeky things on this channel. So I started a new channel a long time ago called Britt's Collections, where I was planning on just having kind of an archive of all of my collection videos, but I decided that it's just so much easier to have just one channel to do that all on. So I'm going to do an updated manga collection video because I haven't done one in a very long time. So I think it's time for me to update my manga collection video. You guys ready? Let's do this! So first up here we actually have behind 20th Century Boys is 06. I got this from a blind box thing that Dylan and I participated in at Detour a couple years ago. My intention with all of those was to get like the first volumes of each one, and I just haven't done that yet for any of them. Then I've got the first two, or the first volume and the 7th volume of 20th Century Boys, which I know Dylan absolutely loves. I haven't read it yet. I really should. I'm sorry, Dylan. I will. Then I've got Aegis here, volume 6, same thing as the 06 series. All you need is Kill. This is a one-shot, like, large manga based off of a novel in Japan, actually, that I'm super excited to read. It sounds really cool. I haven't read it yet, though. I also have the first 7 volumes of Assassination Classroom, one that is seriously quickly becoming one of my favorite manga series, so I'm super excited to finish that eventually. First volume of Bakuman, I never really got into it. It just seemed boring to me. So I'm sorry to everybody who loves Bakuman, but not super into that one. I have this OEL of Transformers Beast Wars that I just randomly saw at a tent sale for half price books a million years ago, and so I picked it up. It's not great, but it's Beast Wars and I love Beast Wars, so yeah, Beast Wars. Back of Mongolian Chop Squad. This is actually signed by Greg Ayers. The reason I got it and got into Beck was because I was meeting Greg and I had nothing for him to sign, and so I bought Beck and had him sign it. So then I eventually read this volume, watched the anime. It was good. I have volumes 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 of Blackbird. I'm not usually into shoujo, but this one just seemed kind of interesting. I'm also not usually super into vampire stories, but this one seemed kind of cool. I'll probably maybe never read it, but we'll see. And then I've got Black Lagoon, volume 1, 8, and 9. Super sporadic. I actually started collecting these when Borders was going out of business, so I got them for like ridiculously cheap. This is Blade of the Immortal Beasts. This one I believe was part of that same blind box thing. First 2 volumes, and unfortunately the only volumes we're ever going to get a code breaker. I need to eventually watch the anime because I love it. I do have the whole series of Death Note here, but I did borrowed out a few volumes, so you know, you'll see that throughout. But I borrowed the first 2 volumes to a friend, so hopefully she'll eventually read that. There's volume 13, then here's I'll Change the World. Got the entire series of Dakoita. I love this series. I got into the anime back in like 2009 or 2010, one of the two, and I absolutely fell in love with it. It's so good. So I bought the manga as soon as I saw it. This was a gift from Dylan. It's called The Drops of God, and it's about wine, and I love wine, and so I'm super excited. I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to. This is my favorite manga series of all time. It's called Eternal Sabbath, or ES, and I love it so very much. If you guys haven't checked it out, you should find it. It's only 8 volumes, not much of a commitment, but it's so good if you like seinen stuff. Got Full Metal Alchemist, volume 1, Full Metal Panic, volumes 1 and 2, and then Future Diary 1, 2 up here, and I've got, out of order, 3, 4, and 5. I was doing some rearranging of my manga shelf, and I had to fit some new things in, like the Assassination Classroom and stuff, so obviously out of order. I got Gundam 00. This is season 1, volume 3, season 2, volumes 1 and 4, and then this is a side story to 00. I don't have the 3rd volume, and I want to see if I can eventually find it, but this is pretty much the whole thing minus the 3rd volume. Whole series here of Mobile Suit Gundam The Last Outpost. It's a side story to Gundam Wing. The first 4 volumes of Gundam Seed manga. I would love to get the 5th one just to finish it off, but because Gundam is an anime first, I just don't ever have the desire to get the manga unless the manga has a side story like these 2, or they're slightly different. I've got Higurashi. I have through volume 18 of that. I would love to continue this story. I love it so much, but there's so much that I'm missing and so much I have to catch up on, and there are just things higher on my priority list right now, unfortunately. I have volumes 1, which I borrowed out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10 of Inuyasha Viz Big. I don't know why I skipped volume 9, but as you can see, volume 9 obviously involves the Band of 7, probably, because there's Bankotsu, so I probably should get 9 because I love the Band of 7. First volume of Itsawari Bito. This was something a friend a long time ago said was a really great manga. I still haven't read it. Jing, King of Bandits. I really liked the anime when I was in high school. Not a big fan of the manga, but I'll probably never find it because it's Tokyo Pop, and even before Tokyo Pop went down, it was still out of print. So chances of me finding it, very slim. I've got volumes 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 8 of Yuramangan. I do want to eventually read this. I will get to it eventually. As you're gonna hear that a lot during this video. Down here I have June, which came from one of those, that blind box I told you about earlier. Kami Idori, I just found this randomly, the first 2 volumes of it. I don't know if this is the whole thing or if there's one more, but I know it's shorter. I saw it at Half Price Books one day and I just like, hey, I'll just check it out. It sounds kind of cool. Magic Touch volume 9, again, same thing, blind box. I have volumes, I'm almost done with Maison Ikoku. I have volumes 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. I'm only missing volumes 4 and 8, but unfortunately they're like stupid expensive on Amazon. But Maison Ikoku is like my second favorite manga series, and I love it so very, very much. You'll notice I like Rumiko Takahashi a lot moving forward. I have volumes 2, 3, and 8 of Mao Juvenile Remix. That one came highly recommended as well. I've read part of the first volume. I'll eventually read more of it. It does seem kind of cool. And I've got the first 2 volumes of Mars. I decided to check out Mars because I loved ES so much that I want to check out more from this mangaka. I have the entire series of Mermaid Saga. The ones that you see out of the volumes that I'm currently on, reading wise. So I am on volume 2 of Mermaid Saga. It's kind of, even though it's one of her older series, it's one of the newest ones that I've just started reading. Then I've got volumes 1, 2, 3, and 13 of Monster. This is Dylan's favorite manga series, so I do want to eventually finish it. Wasn't a huge fan of the anime. Felt boring to me, but I think that the manga may translate better. So I'm excited to eventually read the manga. I've got 1 and 5 of Nightmare Inspector. This one was another one that just came super highly recommended back when I bought it. So I do eventually want to read it. I said you can hear that a lot. Here's one I've read the entirety of. 1 Pound Gospel, whole series of 1 Pound Gospel, volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4, Rumiko Takahashi. One of her more unknown series because it was never turned into an anime. But this one is really kind of cool and creepy because, I don't know, he tries to convert a nun into marrying him, so there's always that. Here's Uko, or Uku, or Oku, I don't know how to pronounce it. This sounds really cool because it's a reverse harem, so it sounds kind of cool. It's a little bit more mature. It even says, you know, explicit content. So I'm excited to read that eventually. It sounds really cool. A subscriber sent this to me, even though I had every intention of actually checking it out anyway. Project Arms Volume 2. I do like the anime a lot. I've not finished the anime, but I do like it a lot, so I decided, hey, cool, Project Arms. But I think this also came from the blind box, so I was super excited when it came out. The Queen's Night. I honestly don't remember where this came from, but it's Volume 1 of Queen's Night. Ranma. I have started recollecting Ranma so I could get the unflipped version. So it comes in these 2-in-1 books here. I have through volume 12 of that. And then Rine, which I really want to still get caught up on and read, another Rumiko Takahashi, her current series. Rine, I have through volume 16, so I'm super behind, but I do want to eventually get caught up on that. Here I've got Sayuki volumes 1 through 4. The entirety of Samurai Deeper Kyo on volume 26. Even though at one point it was my favorite manga series, I never actually finished it. So I do eventually, now that I have the whole thing, want to finish it. So yeah, so that's starting here, then the tower, and then ending right here with the release of the last 4 volumes in the 2-in-1s through Del Rey versus the Tokyo Pop. So Shaman King Volume 1. I was super into Shaman King when I was getting Shonen Jump when I was in high school, and so I decided to start getting it, but then I read it and I was like, oh, it's not as great as I remember, so that's unfortunate. Steel Angel Kurumi, this one also came with the blind box. Tramps Like Us, the same subscriber that sent me Uku, also sent me Tramps Like Us, and I do eventually want to read it because, again, she said I would really, really like it because I like Sex and the City, I think is what she said. So I'm super excited to read that. I've got the entirety of Trigun. And then for Maximum, Trigun Maximum, I have 1, 2, 3, missing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, missing 9, 10, missing 11 and 12, 13, and I think it goes to 14. I don't remember. But now they have those in like 2-in-1s, so I kind of want to collect it. I don't know. We'll see. Dark Horse just tends to be expensive, so we'll see. Ultimate Muscle, blind box. I never really read the manga when I was reading Shonen Jump, but hey, whatever. Vagabond. I used to really love samurai stuff, hence the reason you see a lot of samurai stuff in my collection. At least you might, especially when we get to the anime collection portion. So this came highly recommended by Dylan. I haven't actually read it yet, but I started collecting the Vizbigs. And then Wolf's Rain Volumes 1 and 2, which is the entirety of the series. Down here, this is a huge mess still because I need to reorganize a bit, but these are some of the Shonen Jumps that I had when I was in high school that I still have. So December 2013, January 2014, February 2014, April 2014, June 2004, or not 14, 4, oh my goodness. June 2004, July 2004, and then my roommate in college actually gave me this one because I think her brother ended up with it, was February 2006, which was after I was out of high school, but I was in college, so I guess that counts. So that is the entirety of my manga collection. So that's super cool. If you'd like me to continue doing some collections periodically once my collection changes substantially enough to make it worthy of doing a collection video, give me a thumbs up down below. Let me know what are some series that I should get into for manga. Let me know that in the comments below, and until next time, you guys, I will see ya next time. So bad, these sign-offs. Bye.